Hello, everyone, and welcome to the MCEL stream. Today we have our weekly Overwatch match, and this week is a very exciting one. We have CGC going up against MCC. This was a really tough lineup last year, so we're expecting very exciting things. Today, casting for us, we have Thurston for More, otherwise known as Mark, and Willbait, otherwise known as Jonah. Hey guys, would you like to say anything before we get started?
Oh, I'm really excited for the game. Last meeting between these two teams was the finals of last season, and they went all the way to map 5, so I'm expecting a good game.
Absolutely. Definitely exciting too with a whole new lineup. At least on the Mesa side, it does look like we have a lot of new people, a couple of new faces over on CGC side as well.
Round one, capture the objective.
And we are starting off. I'm excited to see Sal's Reinhardt. He's a crazy good tank. And watch out for Madir's Genji as well. He's also really good.
This Reinhardt D.Va matchup is going to be interesting. D.Va has a lot more mobility right now, so it'll be hard for Sal to really keep his team alive. Both teams just kind of squaring around the point for now.
D.Va with the first kill.
And this is easily going to go the way of CGC. Mesa already starting to fall away.
Excellent collapse by CGC. And as soon as they got that first pick, they just all got in there, got all the kills they needed. And that percent is going to start ticking up fast.
All they need to do is hold for 80 more seconds and they'll get round one.
Easy peasy. That Reinhardt shield is getting low. Midir finds Ana again.
Already, Mesa really struggling.
Midir finds another one. He is all over the place. And as these ults start to build up for CGC, we're going to see him pull farther and farther away from MCC unless something changes here quick.
MCC really needs to figure something out. Maybe they can get a pick onto Midir, maybe they can find something, otherwise this is going to go CGC's way.
Oh, that was a close one. Mesa's Genji almost went down, but was able to be healed up. And here comes the first blade. Shinsoku finds one.
Mesa really trying to make this work, but Shinsoku is caught. Can the res come through? The res comes through. It is 5-5. Stick goes down. Mesa trying to find the win.
Barely pulling ahead, but Midir pulls his blade and finds two.
He's too good.
Midir's clutching hard, but Shinsoku finally cuts him out.
And Mesa will finally take the point at 91% for CGC. 90. Oh, they're gonna stall longer.
Point yet. The stall comes through.
Shinsoku gets taken out. CGC sees they're just gonna win. And that shatter ends
it. That's gotta be it. It's just clean up from CGC. An absolute rampage.
Shinsoku's still contesting, but he's cut, and that's all Mesa can bring.
A very convincing start from especially Midir, finding first pick after first pick. Just a rampage.
Midir is just unchecked right now. The only way Mesa was able to get any kills in that last round was through Shinsoku just popping his Dragon Blade and doing a little bit better than Midir. But even that didn't win the full fight. CGC just came right back in.
I am excited to see Shinsoku swap to Widow. That could be huge if he finds picks, and he's really good at Widow too.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
capture.
If they're gonna make it work on any map, it's Ruins. This is where Widowmaker can really shine on Ilios.
No swaps from CGC's side. They're just running the exact same thing again, hoping it works out the same way. That was a close one. Nadir almost caught out by that Widowmaker.
As it is, though, CGC has control of point. Mason needs to get on there. It'll be unlocking right now.
Nadir finds the first pick again. He finds two. Breadgenie and Nemo both down.
CGC already has control of the point, and they'll see that percentage ticking up again.
Sal's Reinhardt is doing good work, making that space and just being up in their faces, is letting Nadir do these nasty flanks and find the picks from behind.
Here they are skirmishing again. MCC needs to find something soon. They can't let another round go away like this.
They're struggling without this D.Va. D.Va finally gets her mech back. Maybe they can finally take some space. But Sal is just not letting it happen.
Sal's finally getting pushed back. We'll see what MCC can do with this.
Those disruptor shots are just doing such a good job of letting Sal back up, recharge his shield a bit, and get back in there.
Jinsoku nearly taken out there, but he makes it out. Oh, but Nadir!
And here comes Nadir's blade! He finds two already!
Nadir is unstoppable! MCC really needs to take care of Nadir. He just wins every single fight.
I'd love for them to switch to a hard counter to Nadir. I think if they do shut down Nadir, maybe they go like a Winston or something, their lives get a lot easier. But watch this shatter from Sal, and here he comes walking through, and that's two from Sal.
MCC's not going to be able to take this fight, but it's 92%. That might just be the first map going CGC's way.
Yeah, it'll be a crazy stall if they do have to manage it, but no, I think that's it. Just filtering one by one onto point.
Nadir is cleaning them up.
Oh, and Sal taking the D.Va all the way back.
You hate to see it. CGC.
That was so clean by CGC.
Wow, what a game. Wow.
Play of the game.
And Nadir was just absolutely rampaging, like a bull at a 5-year-old's birthday party, just slaughtering everything all the way through.
Sal definitely didn't feel too much pressure from MCC too. Whenever he could, he shattered them, and that was the fight over.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how MCC adjusts to this. I think honestly the way I'd go if I were them is a tank swap. I don't think that D.Va's doing much work for him.
Yeah, they really need to change something up because that did not work. And I'll tell you, Jonah, these guys want to win this one, and so they really need to find new swaps. They can't rely on the CC that they were able to rely on in Overwatch 1. They need to find something else to shut down Nadir.
Yeah, as you said, that loss of CC just makes it so hard. You almost got to go something with like beam targeting that he can't deflect, or
Maybe a Symmetra could potentially help them, but Symmetra is not typically seen as the meta, but it still can work, especially if all they do is shut down Nadir and then find a way to win through that.
Yeah, they definitely seem to need to do something specifically about Nadir. If they did some kind of counter, I agree that D.Va especially doesn't really seem to have that much effect. But yeah, if they can do anything against Nadir, I feel like they're going to have a lot better chance in the next round.
Certainly.
do we know what map is coming up next or what game mode is?
So that first map pick would have gone to Mesa, and now for the second round, it does go to the team that loses the first round. So I believe it would actually be Mesa's pick again. So very curious to see what they do there, since Ilios was one of their first choices. I'm curious now how that's going to impact their next choice. So definitely interesting to see there.
Yeah, it can definitely be tough on the mental too to lose on your own map pick. Um, I think that's one of the biggest parts of Overwatch is just being able to keep your mental strong, keep your hope up. The second you start to tilt or you start to get down, then everything gets so much harder.
Absolutely. That'll definitely be a challenge for Mesa this round, is just to not let that first game get to them and just push through and see how they can improve from here, for sure.
Definitely. But
Yeah,
at the same time, they can't be too set in their ways. They don't want to let anything get to them just because they lost that first map. But if we see them just running the same things over and over again, we're probably going to see the same results.
That is
absolutely.
true enough.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out soon what changes and choices are made here. For now, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back when our next game gets started. All right, and we are back with game number 2 of our series tonight. This is our Overwatch preseason. These are best 2 out of 3, and we are on our second game with our first game going to CGC. And once again, I do want to say I've got Thurston for More and Will be here today with us, otherwise known as Mark and Jonah. Hey guys, how's it going? You excited for this next round?
It's going
Yeah.
great. I'm super excited.
Ready for battle.
Everyone, do take note. CGC is now the red team, and MCC is now the blue team. Don't get confused by that.
And we also see some swaps come in for CGC. That's surprising with how good they did last time.
They
Madir
did.
moving over to the tank role. That's exciting.
Midir is on tank, and Sal is now out of the game. That's definitely surprising considering how good Sal did last game and how good he is in general. But we'll see how this goes.
Get it? Everyone's scared.
This is MCC's map pick, Eichenwald. And they're running pretty much the exact same comp. They still got Shinsoku on Genji, and they're still running Diva. We'll see how this goes. Attack is starting now.
I am pretty surprised to see MCC keeping that same comp. I definitely was expecting a little bit more of a change there.
Yeah, if we're going to see swaps from anyone, I didn't think it'd be CGCC for sure. And
But
we
it
find a
worked.
first kill already. Oh, but the
Shinsoku
trade
fighting
comes
back.
through.
But it doesn't seem like it's going to be going MCC's way. Jab Gamer is just taking down everything unopposed in the skies.
Yeah, that's such a hard. They're gonna MCC's gonna have to switch hit scan. You think here, and we do see that come
Shinsoku
through.
does turn
Shinsoku
to
switching to
Widowmaker.
Widow.
We'll
But
see if
yeah, that
Shinsoku-
surprise Pharah just coming through, getting all the picks.
Yeah, that's just a rough one. Far Mercies are always hard to fight when you're not expecting it for sure. But Shinsoku,
no.
despite the
all
swap,
those-
gets taken out by Pharah. Shinsoku's not gonna be happy about that one. Nor is Updying also killed by Jab Gamer.
DPS down. Even with the hit scan swap, it doesn't work out for him.
Jab Gamer is just tearing through MCC right now.
Yeah, that's really hard. You gotta figure MCC have gotta be madder than a one-legged waitress and at an IHOP.
MCC definitely not happy right now with how this game is going.
You see
We do
another
see those
swap.
swaps
Shinsoku to the
coming.
hit scan again.
Shinsoku on Soldier,
Oh.
but dead! Jab Gamer just wiped the entire team!
Nothing seems to be working, and no one can find him.
They have an Echo and a Soldier right now, but Jab Gamer still feels unopposed.
I do like this Sigma swap. I think that will help once they're able to regroup a little bit. They can set up the shield, give Shinsoku some more time to target her down.
That shield will be important, but it's already broken. MCC yielding even more ground to CGC. Payload is stopped for now.
That Mercy
with the
narrowly
Mercy
escapes
CGC is
there.
backed up into this corner. They can't go anywhere.
Abdyne getting kills. This might be it for MCC. They might be able to turn it right here. Echo is down. That's Mercy. Midir fighting back,
does
but
find
Stick
one.
is down. They have no supports left on CGC. And it looks like they're just going to withdraw. MCC stabilizing for now.
That was amazing positioning from MCC. They forced CGC into that little room and just collapsed on them where that Pharah couldn't get any work done.
That was great strategic play from MCC. We need to see more of that here. CGC re-engaging with a
In
Doomfist.
comes Midir on the Doomfist.
Midir, yes!
Two.
Yes! My king! Midir is too good. What a swap! And the payload is rolling again. Team kill. Wow.
This is just so hard if you're MCC, and already another kill from Midir. They're getting spawn camped. It's not looking good. Some heroics are gonna have to come out for sure.
It's not going to happen. It looks like there's too much CGC
Down
on the
finds
point.
Shinsoku.
Payload 1.5 meters away. Shinsoku is dead. Calgod's still fighting. Updying is dead. Midir finding everything. Midir getting more kills.
This man plays everything. Midir's
Calgod
just
down.
getting through.
And
they're
that
just
should seal the deal. Surely. Calgod almost dead. But Updying
does find
two.
one.
Updying finds
finds
two
two.
before getting taken out. One of it gets res. Calgod is
Finally
down.
find Cow.
They are stalling this so
Less
long.
than a meter. MCC is holding on for dear life.
It's all CGC in the kill feed. Nothing coming through for MCC right now.
Surely.
There's been 3
Cow
barrages
finds one.
by Jab Gamer.
What is
Midir
happening?
finally stopped. All they need to
They're
do
just
is push
coming in one by one. They have less than a
0.7
meter.
Midir res. That's the only kill they've gotten in the past minute. Shinsoku dead. That's bad news for MCC. Bread Genie dead, but Updying does find Stick.
Finds the main healer. Oh my gosh, surely it ends here. Down again to just the Sigma for like the 4th time, and finally it does.
Wow.
Wow.
What an incredible stall there from Cowgod. There was so much time there in the end spent on the payload. That was crazy.
Yeah, that must have been at least a minute off the time bank.
It feels like
Absolutely.
half the round was spent in that last 2 meters.
It really did. Absolutely. But also that
MCC out here
heroic.
stalling the payload as much as I procrastinate my homework.
100%.
That was incredible, but still
Very heavily weighted.
demoralizing for MCC.
Yes, absolutely. Very heavily weighted in CGC's favor, but still very exciting.
We'll see. They put up a little bit of a fight there right at the end.
That 3rd point looked better than I've seen MCC this entire series. The positioning was just fantastic. The stall was amazing. If they can keep playing like that, they have a really good shot of turning this around, I think.
Certainly.
Looks like both teams are kind of sticking with what they were running there towards the end of last round.
Shinsoku is off the Genji and Updying is sticking with the Pharmercy. That's what you like to see. That's where they found their success.
Really quick. I think it's UB dying instead of
Oh,
but
UB dying. Sorry.
yeah, no problem.
The barrier appears.
The attack is beginning now. And that's already a pick from UB dying.
That's exactly how you want to
huge.
start if you're MCC.
Yes! Oh, Bread Genie is picked though. The fight is not over yet. Midir
And
dropped.
Midir goes down. MCC
MCC coming out on top.
rolling through like an unhinged Ferris wheel.
Well, I think we can all say that was definitely not what we were expecting to see immediately, but now I am just more excited to continue watching this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, UB dying is putting in the work. If anyone can save this team, he can for sure.
MCC has started to find their footing. There is a Sombra switch from Blarky Boy. Jab Gamer
Jab finds
Soku.
first kill.
That's not how you want the fight to start. MCC starting to push the payload into point B.
The only two ults on the board are both the Pharah ults. Jab almost dies there. And
Echo gets
Shizuku
taken
finds the
down.
Mercy. That's huge. What a good start for MCC.
Midir drops next, and this looks like MCC is going to continue rolling right on forward.
Really
What
seems
an
like
amazing turnaround from this team.
it really seems like they've figured their
Bloodthirsty.
their target priority definitely seems to have improved since their first game. It really seems like they understand now who to focus, how to work on those targets together to take them down.
Yes, for sure. And Kao is doing so much better on the tank role. He's giving Shinsoku the space he needs to find these picks. They do contest, but UB dying finds the kill.
UB dying does get rezzed after being picked by Blarky Boy. Heko is down, Midir is down, that's point
That's
B.
point B.
Coming into this with a 540 time bank. If they don't get stalled at the end, they could set a better time bank than CGC did.
This looks like a completely different team. These couple of hero swaps have entirely changed the dynamic that this series is having.
CGC just trying to push out of spawn. Blarky Boy gets shot out of the air. Jab
And they're
Gamer
just rolling
dies.
forward. Midir's got to be careful here. He's alone.
UB dying is going crazy.
He's
on
going
the Pharah.
insane.
And that's it.
Oh
Holy
my!
crap!
With a minute 40
What a twist!
over CGC's time bank. Insane.
And the game continues.
Man,
Initiating match.
UB dying going so clutch. He is just picking off CGC members left and right.
Any ideas of how these teams might move forward from here? Any swaps that we might be expecting for CGC? I mean, wow, what an unexpected twist.
Yeah, I would be interested to see. If I remember right, Jab's hit scan is pretty good as well. Yeah,
Oh,
so we
yeah,
do
we
see him
see.
go with the Widow here. So we'll see if he's able to find those picks on the enemy Pharah.
Yes, we'll see how this goes. Attack is starting in 20 seconds.
Yeah, over 2 full minutes in time difference here. That's going to be pretty big.
Yeah, that was an amazing push from both teams, but that stall at the end that MCC had, like, puts that difference between them.
Attackers incoming.
Already picked! Wow! What a shot from UB dying.
And that's just more time off the clock there, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just
CGC
can't push
not
without
going
your
to try to
Lucio. You
push
have to
without
wait for the
Lucio.
respawn.
But Midir doesn't believe that. Midir is poking a little bit. He does pull back. Let's see if Jab Gamer can find the pick he needs. CGC
Yeah, it's-
really just needs an opener here.
CGC is just delaying until some pick can come through, hopefully from their Widow.
But they don't have that kind of time right now.
It's going to be so hard for them to push through this choke if they can't find some sort of opening pick.
Jab Gamer's the
And
one who gets picked. But Midir does find Turbo
find the
Jackal.
support.
Midir is trying. Midir finds Shinsoku as well.
Midir with the
Midir
heroics
takes
finally
down
gets picked off.
Shinsoku Res. And that might be it. Less than a minute on the clock. CGC doesn't have many good ults coming in here yet. Midir will have his Doomfist ultimate. And Heko
Yeah, that's really it.
both the supports are most of the way there. Jab Gamer and Blarky Boy both switched just a little bit ago, so they don't have a lot of ult to charge.
30 seconds remaining.
They need to make something work here. Last 20
In comes
seconds.
Midir, Midir to the back. He finds Shinsoku. UB dying, finds Blarky Boy, but he gets picked as well. Jab Gamer finally finds that crucial hit scan kill.
10 seconds left. Midir is making it happen here.
It's looking like CGC finally at the very last second are gonna take this. 0 seconds left on the clock. It's all overtime from here.
And watch out, Calgod is 90% to the Sigma ult. That can end CGC's push without even losing a fight.
The Sig 9 is such a threat. That Sigma just pulling off the entire team with the payload. There's
Especially, there's no hooks, no flashbangs, no sleeps. They're gonna have a real hard time stopping this from Calgod. In comes Shinsoku and Jab Gamers. Nick is the first of all.
is the one who finds the
Next
kills.
second,
Oh
Midir
my.
Don't even need a Sig 9. DGC has fully transformed like a gorgeous butterfly out of the cocoon, and here they are to fight. MCC, sorry. CGC is really struggling.
Man, it's still technically winnable for CGCC, but this has got to be like that's a 5-minute hold just for 1 point. It's gonna be a huge uphill battle.
They did take all of point A though, technically, which is going to be crucial for them. If they lost that second to last fight, then all MCC would need is 1 tick. Luckily now they have just a little bit of breathing room to lose a fight, but still be able to win the map.
Jab Gamer switching over to the McCree here, trying to deal with UB dying. UB dying is very quickly become the star of the show here for MCC.
Where are you going, little friend?
But it has definitely been a team effort. Turbo Jacko and Bread Genie have done great at keeping these players alive. Shinsoku's found his fair share of picks, and Calgod just doing really well with the space, keeping Midir and the rest of CGC back.
Actuating the barrier.
And here comes MCC on their attack round. They're going right in there. UB dying, already flying above the choke, finding Stick right off the bat.
CGC has to play so careful here.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Midir goes
yeah, I think it's all
down.
over.
Echo
UB
also
dying
down.
finds 3.
UB
4.
dying. What a crazy player.
That defense was more dead in the water than a Titanic. Just no fight put up at all to UB
And
dying.
Stick gets staggered. Stick, you can't let that happen. Not right
Oh
now.
no.
That pick probably just cost them what second chance they had. Never mind. Oh
UB
no.
dying with the 3.
UB dying gets 3. Shinsoku finds Jab Gamer. And UB dying is res. Jab Gamer's contribution nullified.
What an insane turnaround.
Looks like we still have a series to go. This looked a lot like it was going to be CGC all the way, but MCC closing in on the last few meters with 3 minutes. to
Midir
push the
trying
remaining
his
gap.
best, stalling as much as he can.
And the Orisa can be so tanky in Overwatch 2. Jab Gamer does fall to Turbo Jacko though.
Midir
And
finally
there's
falls
no
as
Midir.
well.
This
This is
payload's gonna start
surely
moving
it.
soon. Echo
Echo
is
is
down.
found.
Larky
That
Boy
is
also
it.
down. MCC pulls it together. What a team to have that mental fortitude and the teamwork to get back on their feet after a frankly kind of horrifying map 1.
And we love to see it. What an awesome game that is going to lead us into a third game tonight. Love to see that in our preseason. So exciting. I mean, was that the same team?
You could have fooled me. They played completely differently.
Oh, that was so exciting. I'm very excited to see where this last round takes us. Of course, assuming that there's not a draw. But yeah.
We'll be going to CGC's map pick though, so they should have the ball back in their court.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess with that in mind, we do have another short break between matches here, so we will go into our little break mode here, enjoy the view of the esports lab while we wait for our next game to get started. We will be back shortly. All right, and we are back
I
with game
am-
3. Very excited to see how this plays out. This is our first game of the season for Overwatch that has led to this third game, so very, very excited for this. And one last time, I do have my two wonderful casters here with me. We have Thurston for More and Willbait, otherwise known as Mark and Jonah. And I realized that I hadn't actually introduced myself. I'm sure you all know me. I am Peaches, otherwise known as Danny. But yeah, got a couple swaps here today. Guys, if you'd like to make some comments.
Yeah, I'm loving the Vanny on Zarya pick. Vanny is a top tier tank. I'm really excited to see what he's able to bring with the Zarya.
Yeah, and we also have Axis Glitch here in on the DPS role, along with Jab Gamer still. We'll see what those two are able to do.
Think you understand the gravity of this situation.
And this is going up against what seems to be the same MCC team. Calgod on tank did make an outstanding show last map, but we'll see. This should be CGC's game. This is their map, and Vanny is dominant on Zarya. We'll see how this goes. MCC moving forward now to attack. And no picks
CGC is
yet.
playing so careful.
CGC definitely. Jab
Oh,
Gamer
but
does go
despite that,
down.
Jab Gamer goes down first. You hate to see it. The Pharah killing what's supposed to be your hard counter. CGC's backing all the way out. They know that they can't do much against that Pharah. And Stick goes down. It's so hard.
Yep, CGC probably going to make some switch ups to their comp here. A Far Mercy, you need some pretty dedicated focus fire to counter. Or maybe they're just waiting for the respawns. Yep, they're coming back
Jab
in.
Gamer
UB
does
dying.
switch to the McCree.
UB dying is really close to CGC right now. This could end badly. Bread Genie does
Axis
it
Glitch
down.
finds Mercy, and the Far Mercy is taken out in short order.
And CGC will take the payload right back. This game is getting tenser than stretch spandex. This is going to be close. Shinsoku back to the spawn room.
Man, what an amazing defense from CGC. I thought for sure they wouldn't be able to do it, but... Oh
UB
no!
dying, finds Axis Glitch.
Echo
And
has to
Echo's
watch
going
out
to go
here.
down soon.
Barely escaped, but not for
Not
long.
for long.
Shinsoku does find her. Surely this is it for point A.
UB dying might have overextended.
Oh,
Vanny
that was a close one.
nearly takes him out. And this is why Overwatch really shines right now. It's not just rock, paper, scissors with the meta. You have to execute well too. UB dying might sometimes get taken out by Axis Glitch and Jab Gamer, but other times, right now, UB dying
Amazing.
sent to the spawn room. That's the caster curse for you. Apologies to UB dying. And
That Mercy
should
ult is
stop
doing
their
good
momentum.
work to keep him up, though. We aren't seeing much of a contest come through, and the Pharah is almost back.
Yeah, that pick doesn't really get capitalized on at all. But CGC is starting to get dislocated.
Vanny does
Vanny.
find one, but it's immediately rezzed back up. CGC are down to their Hecko into the backline to save Axis Glitch. Can they escape from this? They're so far separating.
And this is not what you want to see from
Oh,
CGC.
no.
They're so disoriented right now. Hecko gets staggered really hard. And Hecko getting killed there probably yields all of point B. Jab Gamer fighting back though. Vanny
He's-
gets picked.
Oh, yeah, that's it for sure. With Vanny down, Jab down, there's just no one can do anything against this dominant Far Mercy. And this was a very similar problem that CGC was facing last year against Mesa. Last year it was Huria on the Pharah, but the same problem. They were able to figure it out last time, but we'll see if they can do it with this new squad.
UB dying, carrying both MCC and Hiri's legacy on his back. We'll see if they can make it to the end. CGC coming to recontest right now. Vanny closing in, but he gets forced back by Cowgod. Cowgod still doing such a good job with making space for his DPS.
CGC is just getting pushed farther and farther back. I feel like they're playing just a bit too careful. They're losing so much space. That Cassidy ult doesn't find anything.
In fact, Jap Gamer gets found himself.
No. The grab
Echo
comes
goes
through
down
from Vanny,
next.
but no
Vanny
kills.
can't
In
find
fact,
a
Vanny will
thing.
die. That's 2
And
ults
that's a
down the drain
team
for
kill.
CGCC, and they end up being the ones who get team killed.
They have one more contest, but they're going to be rushing out of spawn to try and get there.
Here comes the
Cowgod trying
signal.
to force the
Doesn't end up
Ignite.
finding anything. Styx finds Farah, but
Echo gets
Shinsoku's
dropped.
visor.
Shinsoku
Shinsoku's visor
finds
just
full
finds
support.
more. This is maybe winnable, actually, with that kill from Jab. It's going to be really a close run thing. Vanny coming out with the Doomfist, this desperation pick.
And CGC fighting hard for their life, trying to replicate MCC's stall on last map. And they're going
They
to do it.
do.
MCC is retreating.
Amazing defense there from CGCC.
UB dying.
They find the
gets picked.
Farah, that's huge.
Will the
That's
res come
exactly
through?
what you want to see.
It does not seem like it. They're going to zone out the Mercy res, and that's going to be more time off MCC's previously really good-looking clock. Still 2.5 minutes for MCC to put this payload into the finish.
There's
They
a
just
lot
went
riding on
so
this ult
fast.
from Jab. He is really the biggest offensive ult that they've got.
Cowgod trying to push in here. Vanny not giving ground easily.
I do really like the Doomfist switch from Vanny. The Zarya just wasn't getting enough work done, I think.
Vanny just keeping Cowgod on the back foot.
And the,
This is gonna make-
heals are so consistent for Vanny. It's so hard to kill tanks now. But
Active
Shinsoku
glitch
does
does
find
get
first
hit.
hit.
UB dying, closing in now. He has switched to the Sojourn. That railgun could be really valuable. It is! He finds Vanny! That's the main and only tank down.
And
Jab
Jab Gamer
follows.
doesn't find enough with that ult.
MCC
Echo's ult is
surging
gonna have to
forward
save
again.
them, but she goes down before ulting. It's gonna be really close for her getting out and ulting here to try to save the defense.
She is actually lucky though, if she ulted but was killed mid-pass. And there goes the ult from Turbo Jacko. Axis Glitch gets taken out also without ulting. Echo gets her ult off and they're going to stabilize for just a little longer.
Man, it has been so close here. CGC is walking the tightrope of defeat, but barely hanging on. Here comes this big ult.
Right, UV dying. Echo as well. Both supports
Both
down.
supports are down.
MCC
3
has
down.
been in this position before. They just need to finish it out.
And with Vanny getting DMAC, that's gotta be it.
Not yet.
Styx is barely able to come through with that teleport, but
Echo already on point again. Echo is dropped, but now there's a soldier on point.
This
The stall is
insane.
crazy.
both teams' stalling skills have been unbelievable. Just the discipline to filter through one by one exactly when they need to touch point.
And
But they've
now they're
gotta
starting
find
to gather their
kills.
force. For the past, it has. Oh, there's
Vanny
the
finds
first
Mercy.
CGC kill in a
That's
while.
huge. Shinsoku's visor does come through.
Axis glitch and
Both
stick are down.
DPS are dead for CGCC.
MCC.
4 down is just Vanny holding on by a thread, and
But-
that is it. Mesa will take point finally.
But
In
they
overtime.
entered Point C with such a large time bank. Closing that out in overtime doesn't feel like much of a victory at that point.
That was a
CGC
hard fought thing for sure.
really pulled it together in the last minute there.
This could 100% be anyone's game at this point.
Absolutely. It's going to be a really close game, I think.
And I wonder, do you think we're going to see Vanny on the Diva or Doomfist, which he pulled out on the last point there, or does he go back to Zarya, which seemed like what they wanted to run?
Yeah, that is an interesting question. I liked the Zarya pick initially, trying to get some of the charge off of the AoE from that Para. I think that's probably what they were going for. Yeah, and we do see him go Roadhog.
Roadhog, that
I am
we have
excited
not
to
seen
see
yet on
Vanny's
this map.
Roadhog.
He can get some really influential picks with Roadhog, that's for sure.
And the only thing he'll have to work around is this wimpy 700 health Sigma shield. So as long as Vanny's on his game and hitting his hooks, that could be a really big pick for CGC.
For sure. Shinsoku still on Soldier, has been working well for him. Yubi dying, sticking with Pharmacy. And it's what they've been finding most success on.
DPS duo on the side of Mesa have just been doing so well.
And it's a lot on the back of Bread Genie and Turbo Jacko being able to keep them alive through CGC's barrage.
That
Vanny
was a really close
pushing
hook from
forward through
Vanny.
Sigma,
He's getting up there.
but he's going to be pressured back. That's just so much damage coming down from MCC. MCC's Pharah is just putting
Axis
so
glitch
much pressure on
balls.
CGC. And all of
Yeah,
CGC
dying
is
is
now
just-
stuck in this train here. That's going to be
Buying
bad.
is just constant damage. Even when he's not finding kills, he's putting so much damage onto
Vanny
him.
does finally
Vanny
find
finds
hit.
the hook.
Shinsoku is down. CGC loses Axis glitch, and now it's all even.
Dying is Yubi
That
dying is
boop.
so clutch here.
That boop from Turbo Jacko throws off Vanny's hook. And
Yubi dying
leans up
kill
six.
stick. CGC have got to back out here, I think. Without that main heal, they're just in a rough spot.
CGC struggling to find any purchase here on point A. Vanny finds Yubi dying. That's massive for
That's
them. But they have
exactly what
stop
you
the
want to
res.
see.
The Roadhog does prevent the res. That's big. Shinsoku found by Jab Gamer. And there goes Bread Genie.
Finally, CGC are able to force their way through this choke. They're chasing down this Sigma as hard as they can. They do find the Lucio. This will be a huge stagger if the Sigma dies here, and he does.
That's really big for CGC.
That is a long walk from spawn for Cow God there.
There's another stagger on
Vanny with
Shinsoku.
another stagger. They're pushing up so hard.
And that hurts if you're Shinsoku. To be killed with point A getting capped so soon. And there's not even going to be a contest.
Yeah, there's no way for them to touch.
Not on my
And there
An
goes Yubi
amazing
dying
shot
again.
from Jab.
Jab Gamer just fighting so well here. And
Window
that
comes through.
window makes Yubi or Jab Gamer so dangerous right now.
They have to LOS it. It does zone them way far back.
MCC is going to be yielding. Oh, Jab Gamer goes down to Shinsoku. Shinsoku
An
pulls out
amazing
the
hook
visor.
from Vanny, but I don't think it's going to be
not
enough.
enough. Shinsoku is cleaning shop. Vanny dropped. And that is
DPS
MCC.
line on MCC is insane. Both of them are just outputting such a consistent amount of damage. They're hitting more body shots than a swimsuit calendar. And CGC just cannot deal with it.
They are outputting so much damage on CGC, and especially on this map where they're going through all these narrow corridors, this bar is really dangerous. XX Cowgod getting pushed
Dangerous
back.
spot here.
Axis glitch does find Shinsoku. Red Genie falls to Jab Gamer. Dick gets found by Yubi dying.
UB dying, pops his ult and is able to find one of the healers. Will he find anything else with it? Doesn't look like it.
Turbo Jacko
Vanny
gets
is
found
just
by Vanny.
hooking this Lucio over and over.
Vanny does have Turbo Jacko's number here. It's been a rough game for him.
Wow, Axis Glitch is getting in there trying to find this Sigma. Jab Gamer finds the Mercy.
Genie.
That's a huge pick.
Vanny does find the hook onto UB
Wow.
Dying. Not the kill.
Vanny went down to 10 health there and barely survives.
This whole game is teetering on a knife's edge. Cowgod goes down, and that's their stall. UV dying down, and point B gets capped. 3.5 minutes on the clock. They stand to beat MCC's time bank by a considerable margin here.
But like, this is where MCC was looking at when they got here too. And the stalls from both teams have been insane.
They do have to actually finish off MCC as they come in here. And there's the switch back to the Pharmacy from UB dying. Vanny posturing up to get a hook. He does not find it yet.
He misses. Shinsoku pops his visor. He finds the immortality. Does he find anything else? Vanny's able to zone him away with his own ult, and Shinsoku's ult amounts to little more than the immortality down.
And despite all the ults, it's stalemate on the payload right now. Clock ticking away for CGC.
Yeah, they've. Oh no!
Axis
Cowgod
Wedge
finds
is
the first kill.
successful. Vanny gets such a hook on UB
Vanny's
dying.
insane.
Doesn't matter though, gets rezzed right back.
It was really well fought by MCC. They played careful, but they didn't give up space. They didn't lose a single person in that fight, except for the one that got rezzed.
And Red Genie and Turbo Jacko are seriously just doing so good with their positioning right now.
CGC pops window.
They're not going to be finding anything.
Doesn't look
with
like
it.
they're even fighting near it.
Never mind,
though.
there
It was
goes
a really weird window.
Shinsoku. It's red
Shinsoku-
back up by Red Genie. And there's kills everywhere right now. This is getting so brutal.
MCC are 1 up against them, 2 up against them. It is looking like MCC, though taking heavy losses, are going to come through with the win this fight as well. And that time bank has
is getting
quickly
really
dwindled down
worried.
to just over 90 seconds. CGC has got to find something to make work here. Vanny switching to the Zarya, very interesting.
I wonder if they're going back to that same idea of trying to build charge off of this Pharmacy. Hasn't worked for them yet. And there goes Axis Glitch before Hecko can
The
drop the
Lucio
beat.
ult is just a second too late to save their castity.
UB Dying drops so low but stabilizes.
Shinsoku's
looks-
visor comes through.
MCC just has total control of the map right now. CGC needs to find something to open things up.
Yeah, I'm worried about this from CGCC. They're staying in the fight, but not really regrouping or finding kills.
Yeah,
And Stick
gets
dies
blocked.
first. Shinsoku with the crazy flank.
Hecko's next
Both
to follow.
healers are down for
Danny
CGC.
does get a good grab, which kills Cowgod, but it's not going to amount to anything. UB dying, mops up the remains of CGC, Bread Genie revives Cowgod, and it looks as if MCC hasn't even been scratched here.
CGC really doesn't have many ults to work with. They've got maybe
Any
Visor
ult.
coming up, whereas
They only have
MCC
10
have both Sig ult and Fara Barrage.
This
It's going
looks
to be a really hard fight.
Sigma
Here comes the
pulls out
Sigil.
his ult. Axis
That's a
Switch
big
does
first
find-
kill.
Oh, never mind.
UV Dying shatters their hopes and dreams. Jab Gamer
Jab Gamer
tries
fighting
to
for his
reach,
life.
he isn't able to touch, and that is it with MCC pulling the insane reversal on CGCC.
This is what you like to see from MCC. Finally pulling ahead of CGC after their loss to them last year. UB dying, such a performance he put on. Curie 2, truly. What a great Pharah.
Yeah, what an amazing rivalry between these two schools. Both teams feel just neck and neck every single time they meet. And I am so excited to watch them the next time they play again.
Absolutely. What great games. And of course, sorry, any last comments before we wrap things up today?
No comments from me. That was a very well played game by both sides. MCC really pulled it together there in the latter half. What a game.
Yeah, MCC's reversal was amazing. GG's. I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Absolutely. Very exciting games today. Huge turnaround there for MCC. That is going to be the end of our games this evening. Um, So, yeah, we should have some more games tomorrow. If you want to see more Overwatch, come back next week at 8 p.m. and we'll have some more exciting games for you. I do want to say thank you again for our casters who were joining us today. We really appreciate you guys being out here. And yeah, thank you to our viewers. We hope to see you again soon. Everyone, have a wonderful night.